I am totally not loving it. And I saw instantly, I finally finished a page. Today, we're going to run through all of my weekly whips. I have several completed pages to share. And then we are going to do some coloring in our 2026 project book, Hidden Seasons. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Tara. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm very new to adult coloring, but I'm not new to art. I've been an artist for almost 30 years. I'll put some images on the screen if this is the first time we're hanging out together so you can kind of see my vibe. I think we're going to start. Oh, and I'm very chatty, friends. I'm very chatty. If you are only here for the coloring or you don't want to hear anything I have to say, there are timestamps below so you could fast forward and do your thing. But if you want to just chill out, hang out with me, grab a beverage, a dry red or whatever, and let me share everything about my life with you, friends. Let me move all of this stuff to the side and we will get right into it. First up, we have Paula Brune's Animals de Boise. I can't pronounce things. If you're not new here, I have problems, and that's just what it is. I got this book. This was a happy mail from Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I flippin' love you. And it's stunning. I am Team Square Books. This is huge, but that's awesome. And when did I start this? Let me just show you the page, and then I got to remember why I did it. So, oh my goodness, that's right. It's this page. Okay, that's right. We started this. When did I do this? For the art challenge? What pencils am I using? Oh, yes, this was for the video that at the time of filming this, it's already come out, I think. I'm trying to get my timelines right. So you might have already seen this if you watched that video, but I did do more work on it in bed, in the dark, with wine. See, there's the evidence. I cannot stay in the daggone lines. I love Woomer pencils. Thank you again, Woomer, for sending me the set of pencils. I would love the 90 set. I would love the 90 sets, and then I'm complete. Your girl will be complete. I really am enjoying these illustrations, this illustration. And I'm doing this for hashtag tackle the title pages by my beautiful friend, Jess. And I think I am going to do a background. And I might carry the background all the way across, and I might draw my own turtle over here or some other stuff. Are you interested in seeing that? Do you want in on that? Let me know, and I will make it happen. So that's what I worked on this week in Paula Brune's Animal book. Next up, we have Johanna Basford's Inklings. I love this book. This book has a very special place in my heart. It sure does. So I even tabbed my page, friends. Are you excited? So the page I worked on this week is this one. Oh, I love it. So I did this with the Derwent drawing pencils. I do have a video coming out on this, so stay tuned for that. So you can watch me color it. This was a buddy color with my beautiful friend, Jenna. And so I got the Castle Art Harmonious colored pencils. Thank you again, Elizabeth. I love them so much. That video is filmed, but it's not edited at the time of filming this, and I just couldn't wait. So I wanted to get cracking with these pencils. I think I'm actually going to use these to color today. I want to test them out some more. Look at how similar the vibe. I will say they're not Derwent drawing pencils, of course, but they had a similar feel to me. And I really enjoyed coloring this. So I'm going to continue with the same pencils for the rest of the page. Then I think I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a background, but I might not. Because I always want to do wet mediums, and her books just don't like it. Look at this crumpled up page. Look at this. You see the warp? Because of course I'm using gouache. This was Tombows, I think. I think so. I think I put Tombows and then I put pencils on top, or maybe this was just gouache. I don't remember. And I have to still finish that page, but it doesn't like water mediums, and then this is going to be harder to color. So I'm almost going to have to do water mediums on this too. And actually, I think I prefer using pencils in her books. Yeah, so that's what I worked on this week in Johanna Basford's Inklings. Next up, we have Tales from Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. We started this. Well, I already started it previously, but I worked on this during the live stream. You come into my live streams every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Kelso has been with us lots of times, but now he's not going to be with us for a while because I'm not going to see him on Tuesdays, which is very sad, but he'll join us for some other stuff. So we worked on this page. So I had previously done this background. That's a video on the channel. I did her face. I don't think that's a video. I don't know. So I did her hair with some kind of pencils. And friends, can you guess what I'm going to say? I don't know what pencils. So I started coming back over the top with chroma flows. I am totally not loving it. Like they're just not sticking. So we have some options. I could try a colorless blender. But I did just watch Kira from a Pictured Purpose video today. If you're not following her, definitely follow her. And she said for the colorless blender, it's better to use it with oil-based pencils, like polychromos, versus wax-based, because then they might bleed through. So I don't really want to test it out on this page. Plus the paper is phenomenal, but it's not super thick. So I think I'm going to just switch to Prismacolors because I can just smush it. I can smush it. I can also fix the page and then come back over the top. Actually, I might do that. Have I fixed this page before? No, because like she is just stunning. She's stunning. So that's what I worked on this week in Tales from a Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. That's all the coloring pages for whips that I have to share. Now I want to share some works in progress in my sketchbooks. First up, we have my Hannah Mule. This is the cold pressed watercolor book, 200 GSM A5. I don't believe this is 100% cotton. And this double page spread I worked on a little bit more this week. So this I did when we were at the zoo. Kelso and I were at the zoo. I did film some of this and I have a video coming out where I'm going to be sharing our adventures, our plein air adventures. When you're painting from life, it is so much harder because they don't stand still. And they might look like they stay still or keep a pose for a long time, but they don't. They keep moving. So then I took photos and I started doing this, of course, in gouache. I wanted it to cross the page line and I started doing it and it's just very rough right now. So I'm really enjoying this. I want to get this page done. So I think what I'm going to do is take other photos that I have of the rhino and other like little, like maybe a head and this and that, and then call this page done. I did do this page, which is a hot mess. I mean, it's not good, but whatever, because I did it from life and I did have a lot of fun with it. I do love this book. This book just feels really good. It's also nice and thin and it's light, so it's easy to carry around. I love using it with my sketchboard. By the way, there are only a few boards left for you to like get on the list. Tom is almost done. He's worked so hard. I cannot wait to get my version 2.0, and he has got some incredible surprises coming up. The links are below. Go to trailsidestudio.com to get on the list so you are the first notified when you can pre-order. Trust me, you want to be on the list. I loved using this. I loved bringing this book with my sketchboard. Kelso and I just both had our sketchboards and we were like walking around like we're famous all around the zoo. I'm like, I don't even need a bag. So we've both got our sketchboards and we're literally walking around, sitting and sketching, and it is so hard. Let me give you a little tour. Look at what Kelso did. Wow. He is using version 1.0 of the sketchboard. Wow. And then my insanity here. So it started off good, but then of course it started moving. I did throw my gouache on there because when in doubt, gouache it out, because I had a hazard happen over there. And I started just doing gestures of people, because if you're not really sure or you're afraid to do it, just do it. That's a whip I have in here. Do I have any other whips? I think I finished. Those. So now I want to share some completed pages. So let's start dun, 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 with Hidden Oceans. Hooray! I finally finished a page in here. Again, I love this book. This was the first coloring book along with Johanna Basford's Oceans book. For the life of me, I can't think of what that one's called. It's not Hidden, Beyond the Ocean, whatever it is. Those two books were my first books ever, and I finished this double page spread. Oh my goodness. This was the first double page spread I ever started. It's one of the first pages I ever colored in my life. And everything was done except the bubbles. And I did this. Did I do it on the live stream? I started this on the live stream and then I finished it in bed. And thank you to my beautiful friend Jana for recommending I use these Guangna acrylic markers. They are so opaque. You just shake them up real well. And I was able to use these in bed. I was so excited. I love the effect of the bubbles. I thought about coming back in and putting glitter, but I love this page. And I did this months ago. Like, this has been sitting on a shelf waiting. The background was Neocolor 2s. The turtles are all polychromos. Oh, I love it. The fish, polychromos. That's when I was using my eraser, because I just never colored, friends. And I was using my eraser to make textures. It was so exciting. I might have used super tips. Did I? I don't think so. I think it was all Neocolor 2s back there. I love this double page spread. Rita's books take water mediums like a dream. There's almost no warping. And I don't know how to go light-handed. I go heavy-handed. There's a little bit of like ghosting, but I can totally cover that up. And anything that you see like this is user error. I've never put anything in between and nothing is transferring. I am totally in love. Do you love it? I absolutely love it. So that's what I finished in Rita Berman's Hidden Earth. That's all the coloring book pages I finished. Now let me share some of my sketchbook pages that I finished this week. First up, we're bringing up that Hannah Mule sketchbook once again. And I did this page. Well, these were already done. You can see from the dates. So Kelso and I went to Muscatatuck Wildlife Refuge. And because I had done that crazy prepping, did you catch that video? Oh, it was so fun. You guys said I inspired you to bust out your sketchbooks and to not be afraid, because then you don't have white paper. And it was so awesome. You can kind of see the paper like shining through underneath. And in some spots, I let it come through. I didn't paint over it. And I did a pink. And I did this from the car. Friends, there is nothing easy about doing something from the car. You know what? Let me just show you. Kelso and I are at Muscatatuck Wildlife Refuge. Say hi.
Hi.
And let me show you the view, and then I'm going to show you what we're doing. So look at that gorgeous view. I didn't put my ND filter on because it's kind of dark. From where I'm looking right now, it looks like it's too bright, but we're just going to roll with it. But I want to do those like lily pads. Kelso's got version 1 of the sketchboard. I've got version 1.5. And if you caught one of my last videos, I have like prepped these pages. So I think I'm going to paint it on this. I believe that right there is pretty much what I want to paint. It's very hard to sit in the car the way that we're doing this, but it's kind of not that nice out right now. And it's going to be challenging for us to stand and paint. So Kelso has drawn out his box and he wants to do an underpaint. You got your wristband? This is very uncomfortable painting the way I'm painting right now. So now I'm laying in a little bit of yellow. Where those lily pads are. I used the water brush recently and I did really like it. And this feels nice. It feels nice. Now for this very background row of like lily pads that are further back, I'm going to just use the same color right now. But see.
Do you want to record?
I am recording.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You are. I just thought I saw this right there and I'm like, wait.
Oh, that's funny.
Recording.
This Caran d'Ache pencil that I'm using is water soluble, so that's kind of cool that I get that color back there because of that. Now I'm going to grab, boy, there are so many bugs. I'm literally getting eaten alive with laying in these very back trees. so I don't get lost in the details, I'm going to go in with my Plein black, which is actually green, and just block the whole entire thing in. Knowing that I don't have to, you see how I'm doing this, buddy? I'm blocking in that back row of trees. See?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to have the uniform color all the way throughout, because if I squint my eyes, it's kind of darker there. I love Plein black and indigo, or any dark color. You have some really good dark colors in there.
The only dark colors I have are really violet. Would you say lilac is a dark color?
I would say, yeah, it is.
Lilac doesn't seem that big of a dark color, but if you say so, lilac, that very dark green. Would you say Prussian blue is pretty dark?
Absolutely it is.
It's a little dark.
Now this area in here is almost white. So I'm going to add white. And I'm doing this on my mixing tray vertically. So this is going to drip. Actually, this color might be good. Let's try it.
Why are you doing it like that?
Because I can't put the board down because it is, my steering wheel is in the way. Okay, see, I like that. Remember, we're going for the gist and not perfection. Like we did say it. There is no way what I'm doing right now is going to be some award-winning painting, because I am super uncomfortable with the way I'm sitting. I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. There was a bee in my car a second ago.
You're allergic to bees. So.
Yep. But for me right now, painting on this opera pink underpainting is helping me to be able to like lay in the land easier. And Kelso is going to do that with his
We do what?
book later.
We do what?
You are going to do underpaintings, little squares and circles and stuff.
Oh yeah, circles.
I'll have to show you what I did with those circles. It was kind of cool. Now this part in here is kind of like dark also. So I'm going to just follow. And remember, all we're looking for is the gist. And really, if anything, I'm looking more for like placement of things. So I want to put this white down here, because I'm going to put, that's like the mossy water. And I think I'm going to add some of this. That's way too dark, but let's just roll with it here, and maybe even trying to keep my strokes horizontal, but this is super awkward for me to paint like this. There you go, buddy. And if we can do things super awkward like this, when we're not awkward, life is going to be effortless. So this is about all I'm able to do because I'm super uncomfortable in the car. But I am in love with how this turned out, because it's really the gist of what I see. It's not perfect, but it's kind of the vibe. I could definitely use more dark in there, and I can fix it later if I want. But I love the color notes that I put in. Kelso's been working hard over here. He did an underpainting. Then he's working on both of his, he's kind of doing two side by side. He's got his little setup there on his lap, and he's doing great. Aren't you, buddy? I can't ever stop messing with something. I did come back in and add more dark, and I feel this is a better vibe. It's a better vibe, but I really need to stop because my paper's super wet right now. And because I'm painting more vertically, I have it a little more horizontal now. It's like dripping down, and that's not the effect of what I want to get, because then it's not going to look like water, because it's going to be going sideways, if that makes sense.
There we go.
So we're going to go to the nature center.
Do you see how difficult that was? And I got to tell you, it was so challenging because the steering wheel was in my way, and I'm looking out the window over there
where before when I've done it from my car, I'm looking like where I can actually see without having to turn, and it was much easier. And I wanted to do more, but we were just done. We were done. Kelso was not feeling so good. And this is definitely the vibe. And I love doing color notes. I love stamping things. And this was day 3 of the art challenge, which was Roar, but I'm going to show you the page I did for that day. But wowzer, I am in love, and I'm so excited to get this one done, because then I can move on. But if next time I'm out and I want to do this, I don't have to start here. I could do this, or I could do this. I love painting on pink. I love it. And I love seeing all of these weird shapes. It just hypes me up. So that's what I worked on and finished this week in my Hannah Mule watercolor sketchbook. Next up, we have my Stillman and Burn Nova Series sketchbook. I just started the sketchbook. This is the gray toned paper. And I've got to tell you, I think this is now my favorite sketchbook. Definitely you want to put what it is in the back, because so you don't ever forget. I have another one of their books, but it is like more like watercolor paper in gray, and I don't like it. I am going to be sharing everything you need to know about sketchbooks video. So stay tuned for that, because your girl's got, I don't even know, 50 something sketchbooks at this point. So I first swatched out my colors, and I saw instantly, I love this paper. Are you ready? I think this is probably my favorite landscape I've ever done. You might have seen a sneak peek of this in something else. My goodness. Friends, I am in love with this double page spread. This was a photo I took the same day as the painting that I finished at Muscatatuck Wildlife Refuge. I titled it Refuge, and it was on the 25th. The 25th was a prompt, but I decided not to put it in this book because I didn't do this for the challenge. I cannot believe the depth I was able to get with gouache. I've never painted on gray paper before. And now that I have, I don't think I ever want, I don't want anything else. I do have their Nova series, the beige one, and I love that too, but I think I like the gray better. I could see a reason for both, but with this scene, it was perfect. I masked off the outer edge, painted straight across. You see the page, the paper did great. There's a little tiny bit, because I mean, when I say I was heavy into water. Zero warping. All you do is you close the book and you just put something on it just to help it to stay, and then it's very happy. I don't think necessarily, where the heck's the page? I don't think I need to have tracing paper in between, but I'm going to keep it there. I learned a lot from painting this, like a lot. I learned even more so to trust the process. I cannot believe I was able to make clouds that look this great. And please know, I hope I don't come across like I'm super stuck up. I don't think I'm the best at all. But this was a struggle. In the beginning, I have that fear. What if I can't pull it off? What if it's not good? And then I'm such a perfectionist, and I want things to be so hyper realistic. I can get stuck with that. So I just kept squinting my eyes. And I got to tell you, I think without a doubt, gouache is my favorite medium. I love what I've done with these reeds. I've painted reeds so many times that I feel like I'm finally understanding them. And you do this by just doing blocks of color. And then you can come in and do individuals, but you have to put the blocks in first. This is what this is water. This is not grass. This is water. There was so much moss. It was amazing to be there. Looking at this makes me so happy. I just feel like I'm right back there with my grandson. And wow, I did not film this. I just wanted to just relax and have fun. And I did this in 2 days, 2 sittings. I love it. I love, love, love it. And I'm so excited to do more pages in this book. So that's what I worked on this week in my Stillman and Burn Nova Gray toned paper. Next up, we have another sketchbook, and this is the Hannah Mule 100% cotton watercolor book. So this is also cold pressed, but I promise it's like smooth. It's perfect. This is my favorite texture. 250 GSM. This is the book I chose for the 100-day art challenge. Are you in on this? Join. It's not like you missed out. You can join anytime. You don't have to do it every day. You can if you want. You don't have to finish something. Even if you just work on something, it counts. I started it on June 20th. I have been very consistent and I've been doing everything in this book. I've been posting every single day on all social medias. I also have prompts and I put them on social media. It's on my community tab. Many of my friends have joined in and I'm so excited. So this was the first day. Oh, I'm so excited by all of this. Okay, so this was day 2, unmasked. Day 3 was Roar. That's where I did that other painting too. This is the lion's eye. I did film this. Video coming soon. Day 4 was Unknown. I did all of these in a week because the challenge was for a week. How flippin' awesome is that? Day 5 was Break Free. I did film this also, I think. Day 6, Dare. This is one of my favorites. I filmed this. And day 7 is Sky. Oh, I did these two so much just like watercolor. I had so much fun. I masked this off, which is something I usually don't do. And then I just painted this. So this was so challenging. I painted this and it was in the video for the next installment, the weekly installment of our 100-day art challenge, kicking off week 2, which the theme is discovery, and day 8 was mirror. So I didn't want to just do a mirror, so I did the mirroring of the moon in the water, and I am in love with this page. But when I say it was struggle, the struggle was real. It was. I almost gave up so many times. I have 2 different videos. One is already out. The other, I'm almost done editing it for my members so you could see the entire process unedited, see all the struggles, how I worked through them. If you're interested in joining the Tara Art Squad, information is below. You can click to learn more. We only used 3 colors. I've never used these colors before. So I used primary white, violet, and primary black, all from Shinhan Gouache. I don't like black. I don't know if I would ever do this again. That being said, I love the results, but when I say it was challenging, it was. But look at how pretty the swatches are. I am in love with how this came out, and I taped this off. I went so heavy into wet, and look at how great this book is. This paper is noticeably nicer than this book. That being said, I love this book, and it's significantly cheaper. Now, I have done really heavy washes in this too. Do you need to spend the extra money on this? If it's important to you to use 100% cotton, then yes. 250 GSM is fabulous. I love this book, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm so glad I chose this for the challenge. Oh no, I just got water on it because I'm spitting, friends. You do know that water will reactivate your gouache. And now I have a mark. Great. Is it disappearing? I think it's disappearing. Let's close the book before I spit on it some more. So that's what I worked on this week in my 100-day art challenge sketchbook. That's all I got, friends. I am ready to do some coloring. Are you ready? So grab your Hidden Seasons. This is the English edition. I think what I want to work on today is this page. And I know it's not the fall and I don't care. What I want to do is just get the mice in. Oh, I just saw that one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 mice. And I think I want to use my castle arts. So let's hang out and color together. I think I want to make them like little shades of purple. I have a lot of purples and pinks. So let's go for it. This is the second time only that I'm using these pencils. So I think I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with Sweet Lilac. So I'm just going to reorganize some stuff. Sweet Lilac. Are you having a fabulous day? I sure hope so. I always have a fabulous day when I am hanging out with you. Today has been such a busy day. I already filmed another video and I spent the entire morning reorganizing all of my art supplies. This is probably not showing up very well on camera because the color is so light and I don't want to press hard. Just want to start with some color, get some color on. So yeah, in my bedroom, which is in the living room, yeah, I got to get the hell out of there, you know? I have like a shelving unit that holds all of my stuff and I have so many things and I can't like get to it. So I spent hours today reorganizing. Can't even see this pencil. I'm going to switch to something darker. I'm going to get Dusty Lavender. And so, or do I want Nightshade? Where is Nightshade? Dusty Lavender. Nightshade. Oh, this is Nightshade. Yeah, let's use that. Let's go for it. So, where was I? Oh yeah, so I've never used these pencils, obviously, in a Rita Berman book because I've only used them once in Johanna Basford's. So I don't know how I'm going to like it. This is so different than what I normally do with Rita Berman. It doesn't have that same like ultra bright Rita Berman vibe, but I kind of like doing something different. Is this part of the mouse? It's got to be, right? It's a weird shape. Okay, we'll go with it. So where was I? Oh yeah, so I reorganized all of it and it took hours, but it felt really good to do it because now everything is organized. I also organized the tabaret that's right next to me and I made that more user-friendly too. So it just was so inspiring to me to create, like to color, to create art. And I did go through all of my coloring books, friends. They took up my entire bed. I didn't count them, but I've got to have over 100 books. Would you like to see an entire coloring book collection video going through every single whip and completed page? I think if I do this, I'm not going to break it into multiple parts. I'm just going to do the whole daggone thing, and it's probably going to be hours long. I will do this for you. I also think it'll be really fun. Let me know. Is this part of it? It must be. So we have a premiere coming up here in a few minutes. So I got to hurry. I got to get cracking with these mice. Mice are so cute if they are not in your house. My house is so far from being done. It's like so far. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with these. Like, do you have to just press significantly harder than what I'm doing? I'm going to grab the dark iris and see if I can get any color down. What am I doing wrong, friends? Maybe I'm just too impatient. Like, and I am a layerist. So why the hell am I so impatient? Nobody knows. So next week, it's either next week or the week after, we're going to have both grandbabies for days. My daughter-in-law is going to take her board exam because she is almost a doctor. So my son is going with her and it's out of town. And I respect him going because that's what Tom did with me for my board exam to become a nurse practitioner. He drove me up there and it was hours and hours and hours. And he sat in the car the whole time waiting for me for like hours. He did that for my board exam with the nurse practitioner and also for my board exam as a certified functional medicine practitioner. That test was even harder and longer. So yeah, it was very nice to know that he was out there thinking good thoughts for me. So I think it's great that my son is going to go. Okay, see, I think I'm not giving it the chance to layer them up because they're so pale, but the more you go over them, then they get like deeper, which makes sense. I don't know if I would use these when I'm coloring in bed because it's kind of dark. I did get a book light. I got a book light for a totally different reason. I got a book light so Kelso and I could be in the aquarium and do our sketching with our sketchboards. I am a member of the zoo over here and the grandparent +2. So if you're ever in town, you want to come, let me know. That could be super fun. So, yeah, so we're going to have both grands for days. It's going to be awesome. I have to figure out and plan in advance for my videos because I don't want to not be here for you guys. I love hanging out with you, but I'm going to have the babies. I don't think we have them, not baby. Kelso's not a baby. I don't think we have them on Sunday, but we're going to have them on Saturday and days before. So I'm going to have to plan accordingly. So I'm really looking forward to it. We bought this chair for the baby so that he can sit up and not sit up, so he can stand at the counter. Oh, I can't wait. My daughter-in-law shared like a video of him. She put him in there and he loved it and he was standing there and then he was eating raspberries off of the counter and she's like, yeah, you're gonna help us in the kitchen. You're gonna help Nana cook. And right then and there, I ordered it. I'm like, hell yeah, I want him to help me cook. Yeah, I love both of those kids so much. I love hanging out with them. I have absolutely loved spending so much time with Kelso. I think I want to go a little crazy here. Let's grab this plum. This it's called plum color. Okay, is this it? Yes. So I got plum. And yeah, I've really enjoyed hanging out with Kelso. He is such a sweetie pie. He's like my buddy that is all game to go out with me if it's hot, if it's raining, like whatever. He's like, yeah, Nana, I'm in. To come with me, to paint with me, to color with me. I know lots of my friends said, like on the live stream, they're like, wow, he can sit there for hours with you. Hours and hours and hours coloring, and he's good with it. I love having all of this time together with him. It means like the world to me. Oh, I really like the pink. Let's put a layer down. I sure do love this book too. I feel like a lot of the pages, well, almost everything in this book is super vibrant. Yeah, not only do I want to do that video where I share every book in my collection, then I want to start a whip series, like a whips. Like we started that on the live stream, and I do want to keep doing that, but I want to have like a randomizer and like what whips can I work on to get these daggone pages done. Are you coloring today with me? Are you working on this page? I would love to see it. I'm also thinking of planning. I think I've been doing YouTube for 6 months at this point, I think. It might be longer. I don't know. I need to look at it. I thought about doing a like Q&A video, like what it's like to be a colorist for this long. And sharing like all of my completed pages. But then I guess that's going to be so similar to if I do every book in my collection. So I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. And I'm starving. Girl's hungry. What is it about coloring? Every time I'm coloring, I get hungry. I think because it takes like energy to do this, but it's like so fun. What other books do you use these Harmonious pencils in, if you have them? It's like they're blending, but they're not. So I just know I have to just keep laying it down. Let's see. I'm gonna do this deep aging. Is that how you say that? I don't know. It's this color. I'm always looking to contour, to build dimension. I've really been enjoying the art challenge. And it's funny because I was thinking like, wow, this is such a big commitment. 100 days of creating something every day. And then I'm thinking, wait a second. Back in the day when I did art full time, I painted 7 days a week. And I painted for hours, sometimes like 6 to 7 hours every single day for years. I mean, it's what I did for a job, but I also just loved it. Maybe I didn't do it. I did paint every single day, but there were some days I did more of like making my canvases and like gluing the canvas to the boards that I had or making frames. But yeah, I did. I painted every single day. I kind of want to try that colorless blender trick because I am seeing like I'm not getting a very smooth blend. I might have to just keep layering. I want to get this flint. I like that color. Grabbing flint. You see, I'm doing a lot of layers. I don't know what the max layers is. I know that has to do with not only the pencils, but the book and the way in which you are applying the color. I know this is fall page, but I see them these cutesy colors. Yeah, it's almost like no more is going down. I think I'm going to grab my colorless blender and we're going to just give it a whirl. Wow, stepping away from it and then coming back, I really love the vibe. Okay, I am loving this vibe. Let's see how we're doing. We're fine. I definitely am not reaching for my alcohol markers. Hardly ever. And I love them. Maybe it's because I don't have as much experience with alcohol markers and even though I love trying new things. If I didn't try new things, I would never have realized how much I love gouache. But I don't know. I do want to challenge myself to use them more. And like, I'd like to do some gesso on some pages. I know I've done that before, but I don't think I've actually painted on it afterwards. But to do that, like in a read-a book, so I can use alcohol markers, kind of sounds super fun. I think it is a win with the colorless blender. Yeah, see, the page is definitely wet, but it's going to dry, and I think it's fine. I do really, really love this illustration, so I just need to be mindful. Of this. Still waiting for this to dry. Okay, let's go in. I think I'm going to go in with the wild berry. I think I already, did I use this already? I don't remember. I mean, this set doesn't really have super darks and no yellows. But I want to lean into it. I'm looking at the time and the premiere is getting ready to start, friends. We're going to have to continue this in the whips video, you know, or like every page I have, you know, I'm not going to be coloring in that video because that video is going to be 8 hours long. Please let me know if you're interested. Then I'll start working on it, because especially now that I've organized my room, my shelving rather. Of course, I just want my studio done, then I'll be happier. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for today. If you made it to this point in the video, will you put like a mouse or a bird or some kind of emoji so I know you are still here? I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.